If any of you are on already, let me know. And there I am. Anyway, so I hope everyone is doing well. And without further ado, let's start. So, vitamin B12. This is the one that I use in, this is actually a plant-based one. So this is perfect for those of you who are vegan and vegetarians. You know, you guys sometimes have vitamin B12 deficiency because of the meat. But this is a beautiful way to supplement. And it's actually great for anyone, for that matter. You know, I'm not a vegetarian vegan, but this is my favorite. It's from Garden of Life. This is not a paid ad. I buy all these products myself, but I like the fact that this one is all plant-based, organic. It contains organic carrot juice, organic garlic, spinach, I believe cauliflower, cherry. Has a great flavor, but most importantly, I like the fact that this has 500 micrograms, and it's 8,333% of your daily value. They say one spray, so it's all you need is one spray a day. Now, for those of you who eat meat and don't mind eating actually organ meats, one of the best sources of vitamin B12 is actually liver. Liver is one of the foods up there, you know, with the most amount of vitamin B12. So vitamin B12 is essential for many, you know, for many functions in the body. So, for example, if you're struggling with fatigue, low energy levels, mood changes, or you're lacking focus, there is a possibility that you are deficient in vitamin B12. And for example, vitamin B12 is actually one of the, around the world, most people are deficient in vitamin B12. It's like one of those vitamins, you know, that people are mostly deficient in. So vitamin B12 plays a vital role in helping your body produce red blood cells. And low vitamin B12 levels cause a reduction in red blood cell formation and prevent them from developing properly. Healthy red blood cells are small and round, whereas they become larger and typically oval in case of vitamin B12 deficiency. So, for example, some people develop anemia, and that's also linked, as we know, to an iron or vitamin B12 deficiency. So when you're anemic, your body doesn't have enough red blood cells to transport oxygen to your vital organs, and this can cause symptoms like fatigue and weakness. So it's very important to know where you are at with your, you know, vitamin levels, deficiencies, and any of that, and minerals as well. So vitamin B12, some of the benefits of vitamin B12 include, let's see, hormone balance, adrenal fatigue, mood, energy level, memory, heart, skin, hair, digestion, and many, many more benefits. I was actually reading a study years ago where it was linking vitamin B12 deficiency to neuropathy and diabetics. And so, you know, when you're a diabetic, if you're hyperglycemic, meaning if your sugar levels are constantly high, what happens is a lot of your organs will be affected, and that includes the nerves. So that's where neuropathy, they're linking neuropathy, but also your digestion starts being impacted because the nerves in the stomach start also get affected. So what is the role of vitamin B12 in the body? Vitamin B12 actually exists in many forms, and it contains the mineral cobalt, which is why compounds with vitamin B12 are collectively called cobalamines. So there are two forms of vitamin B12 that are active in human metabolism, and are methylcobalamin and 5, I'm going to read this, thiazidinosylacolabamine. And so I totally killed that one. But so those are the two components. And so what are the top 9 benefits of vitamin B12? For example, number 1, it helps maintain energy levels. It also prevents memory loss and lowers the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. It boosts mood and helps the nervous system to properly function. Plays a role in maintaining heart health. It is needed for healthy skin and hair. And so, it's vital to have this vitamin in as part of your daily routine. So some of the foods that, like I said before, that include liver for those who eat meat. Also, one of the other benefits of vitamin B12, it aids in digestion and is needed for a healthy pregnancy for those who are, looking to get pregnant or already pregnant, and may help prevent cancer. And for example, this month is breast cancer awareness month. So for example, vitamin B12, I like to get a little bit more into that. Vitamin B12 supplementation is now being studied as a way to help lower the risk of certain kinds of cancer, especially when taking in folate. Some preliminary research shows that vitamin B12 benefits the immune system enough to potentially help prevent cancer, including cervical, prostate, and colon cancers. And finally, it helps reduce red blood cells and prevent anemia. So, it is actually a really good supplement. I wanted to talk about the foods that are contain vitamin B12, and let me just get to this. Just wanted to. So, some of the foods where you could find vitamin B12 are, like I said before, beef liver. 1 ounce of beef liver contains 20 micrograms, which is over 300% of the daily value. Sardines contain a lot of vitamin B12. Atlantic mackerel, lamb, wild-caught salmon has 3 ounces of salmon, contains 2.6 micrograms, which is about the 42% daily value. Nutritional yeast, so that's where you, my vegan and vegetarian friends, get it from. Feta cheese, about half a cup of feta cheese contains 1.5 micrograms of B12. Grass-fed beef, and also cottage cheese, eggs. And I have to mention that when they talk about grass-fed beef, there's a big difference between conventional or, CAFO, like conventionally raised cows, that are fed grains and genetically modified foods. They do not produce these vitamins, and also conjugated linoleic acid, which is found in grass-fed beef. The same thing with vitamin B12. A lot of the vitamins and minerals and nutrients are depleted when they are in those conditions, and when they're fed grains like corn, because cows are not meant to feed grains and all those foods. They're actually meant to just consume grass. So that's that. And so how can you overcome vitamin B12 deficiency? Like one I have to mention, one of the ways to test, obviously you will go to your doctor and you say, can you please run a nutritional deficiencies panel? And if your doctor refuses, you can also, I could put a link to Walk-in Labs, which is one of the labs where I get the stuff from, and so I will put a link to that in the bottom. Okay, so ways to overcome vitamin B12 deficiency: start consuming more natural food source of vitamin B12. Also, take a probiotic, take the right supplements, like this one. And you could also, there's 2 ways that you could supplement, 3 ways, food, supplementation, and also you could inject vitamins, intravenous. What else? So I don't know if you guys have any questions, or I don't know. Let me just go check if you guys have been able to hop on, or if this is even, I can't really see. But anyway, so yeah, those are some of the ways. The supplement and dosage recommendations. They recommend they can be taken, like I said, in the tablet form, drops, or spray like this, sublingual, and the oral spray, or as gel formulations, or even in the form of injection. And so as long as you have some form of vitamin B12, whether it's food or in any supplementation form, is fantastic. For example, for infants 0 to 6 months, 0.4 micrograms. For infants 7 to 12 months, 0.5 micrograms. For toddlers 1 to 3 years, 0.9 micrograms. For children from 4 to 8 years, 1.2 micrograms. For children between 9 and 13 years, 1.8 micrograms. And for adult men and women over age 14, 2.4 micrograms. Women who are pregnant, 2.6 micrograms. And women who are breastfeeding, 2.8 micrograms. And this data is actually gathered from Dr. Axe's website. What else? And so, yeah, that's basically that. The NIH recommends that adults over 50 years take a daily vitamin B12 supplement and consume foods fortified with vitamin B12. And the recommendation is to take between 25 to 100 micrograms per day, as this amount has been shown to maintain healthy levels of vitamin B12 levels in older people. So, yeah, that's basically that. I wanted to let you guys know that this is what I use. Don't forget to also check for other vitamins on a daily, what you should, if you were feeling certain symptoms, always talk to your doctor and say, run a mineral panel and also a nutritional deficiency panel. And of course for women, and especially at this time, right now, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I've been sharing a lot of my articles throughout the week and the month. And so, yeah, that's, you'll be able to get some information on how to prevent cancer and stuff like that. So, final thoughts are, vitamin B12 is a water-soluble nutrient in the vitamin B complex that the body needs in a small amount to function properly. And vitamin B12 deficiency can lead to a number of health issues, including chronic fatigue, mood disorders, neurodegenerative disorders, heart issues, circulation, anemia, and neural tube defects in infants. So, yeah, that's that. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what is your favorite way to supplement with vitamin B12. I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I am looking forward to your comments and your suggestions below. All right, I will talk to you soon.